Subscribe for daily quizzes and let me know how many you got correct today. Here's some social movements trivia. What movement fought for women's right to vote? A. Temperance movement, or B. Civil rights movement, or C. Suffragette movement, or D. Women's liberation. The correct answer is C. Suffragette movement. Which activist led the civil rights movement? A. Martin Luther King Jr., or B. Malcolm X, or C. Frederick Douglass, or D. Rosa Parks. The correct answer is A. Martin Luther King Jr. Which organization focuses on racial equality? A. FIFA, or C. UNESCO. The correct answer is A. What term describes the abolition of slavery? A. Suffrage movement, or B. Civil rights, or C. Abolitionism, or D. Emancipation Proclamation. The correct answer is C. Abolitionism. Which social change sought to end child labor? A. Civil Rights Act, or B. Women's suffrage movement, or C. Labor union movement, or D. Child labor reform. The correct answer is D. Child labor reform. Who is known for the anti-apartheid struggle? A. Desmond Tutu, or B. Nelson Mandela, or C. Steve Biko, or D. F.W. de Klerk. The correct answer is B. Nelson Mandela. What event sparked the civil rights movement? A. Freedom Rides, or B. Brown v. Board, or C. Montgomery bus boycott, or D. March on Washington. The correct answer is C. Montgomery bus boycott. Which movement seeks to end animal cruelty? A. Animal rights movement, or B. Farm sanctuary, or C. Vegan society, or D. Animal welfare group. The correct answer is A. Animal rights movement. What is the goal of the anti-globalization movement? A. Cultural homogeneity, or B. Economic isolation, or C. Political control, or D. Global justice. The correct answer is D. Global justice. Which movement protested against military violence in Vietnam? A. Environmental activism, or B. Suffrage movement, or C. Civil rights movement, or D. Vietnam War protests. The correct answer is D. Vietnam War protests. Which organization champions women's health issues? A. Planned Parenthood, or B. American Medical Association, or C. World Health Organization, or D. National Institute of Health. The correct answer is A. Planned Parenthood. What push sought to improve urban conditions? A. Progressive Era, or B. Great Migration, or C. Industrial Boom, or D. Urban Reform Movement. The correct answer is D. Urban Reform Movement. Who is famous for advocating against poverty? A. Mother Teresa, Elon Musk, or C. Oprah Winfrey, or D. Bill Gates. The correct answer is A. Mother Teresa. What do we call the Initiative for Racial Justice? A. Black Lives Matter, or B. Equal Rights Movement, or C. Justice for All, or D. Racial Equality Now. The correct answer is A. Black Lives Matter. What refers to the fight against climate change and its possible solutions? A. Green Revolution, or B. Industrial Revolution, or C. Climate Movement, or D. Solar Energy. The correct answer is C. Climate Movement. Which event illustrated demands for civil rights? A. Civil Rights Act, or B. Emancipation Proclamation, or C. Selma to Montgomery March, or D. Montgomery bus boycott. The correct answer is C. Selma to Montgomery March. What aims to promote technological access for everyone? A. Digital divide, or B. Digital inclusion, or C. Tech advancement, or D. Cybersecurity. The correct answer is B. Digital inclusion. What event focused on youth activism in 1968? A. Apollo 11 launch, or B. Civil Rights March, or C. Student protests, or D. Woodstock Festival. The correct answer is C. Student protests. Which initiative sought to improve public schooling? A. No Child Left Behind, or B. Common Core Standards, or C. Education Act 1955, or D. Education Reform Movement. The correct answer is D. Education Reform Movement. What does the LGBTQ plus rights movement advocate for? Gender-specific roles, or B. Equality, or C. Religious exemptions only, or D. Marriage licenses only. The correct answer is B. Equality. What social movement fights against racial segregation? A. Suffrage movement, or B. Civil rights movement, or C. Social Equality Act, or D. Freedom of speech. The correct answer is B. Civil rights movement. Which campaign highlighted issues affecting disabled individuals and its possible solutions? A. Disability rights movement, or B. Women's suffrage movement, or C. Healthcare reform, or D. Civil Rights Act. The correct answer is A. Disability rights movement. What signifies the push for fair immigration policies? A. Economic policies, or B. Immigration reform, or C. Civil Rights Act, or D. Immigrants' rights movement. The correct answer is D. Immigrants' rights movement. Which event showcased a significant youth protest in 1969? A. Woodstock Festival, or B. Civil Rights March, or C. Apollo 11 launch, or D. Kent State shooting. The correct answer is A. Woodstock Festival. Which protest called for rights of immigrant farm workers? A. United Farm Workers Movement, or B. Civil Rights Movement, or C. Grapes of Wrath, or D. Labor Day strike. The correct answer is A. United Farm Workers Movement. What organization fights for reproductive rights? A. Planned Parenthood, or B. Women's March, or C. National Organization for Women, or D. Family Research Council. The correct answer is C. National Organization for Women. What did the anti-Vietnam War movement protest against? A. Urban sprawl, or B. Military intervention, or C. Economic inequality, or D. Civil rights violations. The correct answer is B. Military intervention. Which historic shift aimed for greater voting access? A. Suffrage movement, or B. Civil Rights Act, or C. New Deal, or D. Voting Rights Act. The correct answer is D. Voting Rights Act. What focused on issues of social justice and education? A. Critical pedagogy, or B. Standardized testing, or C. No Child Left Behind, or D. Progressive education. The correct answer is A. Critical pedagogy. Which movement seeks to abolish the death penalty? A. Death penalty abolition, or B. Capital punishment support, or C. Law enforcement advocacy, or D. Justice reform movement. The correct answer is A. Death penalty abolition. What is the goal of the anti-racism movement? A. Combat racial discrimination, or B. Promote racial unity, or C. End voting rights, or D. Support inequality. The correct answer is A. Combat racial discrimination. Who helped establish the United Farm Workers? A. Rosa Parks, or B. Dolores Huerta, or C. Cesar Chavez, or D. Bobby Kennedy? The correct answer is B. Dolores Huerta. Which event challenged the status quo of civil rights? A. Montgomery bus boycott, or B. March on Washington, or C. Civil Rights Act, or D. Freedom Rides? The correct answer is D. Freedom Rides. What organization primarily supports climate activism? A. WWF, or B. 350 Greenpeace, or D. IPCC? The correct answer is B. 350.org. What describes fights for both justice and equality? A. Equal Opportunity Act, or B. Social justice movement, or C. Civil rights era, or D. Affirmative action policy? The correct answer is B. Social justice movement. Which initiative addresses racial disparities in education? A. Common Core Standards, or B. No Child Left Behind, or C. Race to the Top, or D. Equity in Education? The correct answer is D. Equity in Education. What calls for rights of incarcerated individuals? A. Prison Reform Movement, or B. Criminal Justice Act, or C. Penal Code, or D. Rehabilitation programs? The correct answer is A. Prison Reform Movement. What focuses on the rights and dignity of workers? A. Fair Trade Policy, or B. Civil Rights Act, or C. Labor Rights Movement, or D. Human Rights Act? The correct answer is C. Labor Rights Movement. Thanks for watching. Comment with how many questions you got correct. Should we make the next video have easier or harder problems? Was the difficulty just right? Do you have suggestions for future trivia topics? Don't forget to drop a like and sub if you enjoyed the video.